Welcome back, and that was the musical break. A beautiful, beautiful song, taking us to 24 minutes to the top of the hour, 8 in the AM. Karibu sana to the show. This is Hope Adon right here, Top TV. This is where you look and you live. I'm your host. My name is George Gishoro, and we start off with the standard in as far as the newspaper review is concerned, and the Daily Nation. That is where we start, and the headline is Ruto Gideon in State House talks. Strange bedfellows. The president and former Baringo senator have had frosty ties, they say, and discussion, the head of state was of the opinion that he steps down from the Baringo senatorial race for the UDA candidate and consider his candidacy in 2027. But the chairman politely declined. That is according to a KANU official. And so President Ruto yesterday hosted his political opponent Gideon Moi, a son of the country's second head of state, with whom he has had a long-running rivalry, for talks that signaled a thawing of relations. Sources said they discussed the upcoming by-election for the Baringo Senate seat, which the KANU chairman is keen to recapture, with the ruling party desperate to bag it. The two camps, however, gave conflicting accounts of the outcome of the meeting. And so what really transpired, all right, different camps giving different accounts and conflicting accounts. It's a story that you can be able to read on page 5 inside the Daily Nation. Still on the front page of the Daily Nation, top judge fights bribery claims. All right, there is a lawsuit and a battle is brewing at the High Court in Nairobi as the Supreme Court Judge Isaac Lenaola fights off bribery allegations. He has sued retired Captain Kongo Muigai. It's a story that is covered on page 4 inside the Standard, and the accusations at the heart of the defamation suit initiated by the judge are allegations that a million shillings bribe influenced Justice Lenaola's 2004 ruling while serving at the High Court, in which he upheld a disputed finding that businessman Kongo Muigai's farm had consented to the auctioning of its land by KCB to recover a debt. The judge has denied the bribery claim. It's a story that is also covered inside the Daily Nation. All right, in other stories, church preaches wine and drinks it from a new bottle. That is a story that is covered on page 10. The Catholic Church has adopted a new wine brand to celebrate Holy Mass. The church saw adoption of a South African brewed wine from October 4th. Read that, page 10. And then debt. How state borrowed 95 billion shillings in only 4 months. The state took 95.5 billion shillings in loans between May 1st and August 31st this year, according to National Treasury disclosures, pushing the public debt to a new high of 12 trillion shillings. Wow. It's a story that is covered on page 9. So our public debt is now at an all-time high of 12 trillion shillings. Then from the courts, forged DNA test, 10 million shillings loan, and a bitter paternity dispute. A dramatic parenthood quarrel is ongoing at the Children's Court in Milimani, Nairobi, where a DNA report submitted by a man has been branded a forgery. It's a story that is covered on page 7. And then summons outrage as Treasury PS snubs House team 16 times. In short, seems the PS is asking them what to do. All right. So Principal Secretary Chris Kipto is under fire from members of parliament after failing to honor numerous invites to appear before a watchdog committee. It's a story that is covered on page 6. That is inside the Daily Nation, and you can read that as well. Sports pages, coaches come, coaches go, the never-ending musical chairs of Kenyan football. That is in the sports page, and so you can read that about coaches being fired right, left, and center. Right, and he believes the tide will change in the new season for KPA as they aim to overcome their toughest opponents, GSU and Kenya prisons. And basketballer Winnie Adhiambo looking forward to a glorious outing at the Olympics. Read that as well inside the sports section of the Daily Nation. All right, so from the Nation, we can go to the Standard newspaper and what they are reporting this morning. And they go with the headline. It's a story that has been going on. JKIA cocaine trail. That is the headline they are going with. JKIA cocaine trail, as CCTV footage links a cabinet minister's aide to an alleged drug trafficker. The JKIA cocaine storm has burst into the heart of government, fueling fears that Kenya's gateway to the world has been turned into a smuggler's corridor under official watch. What began as a routine expose on airport lapses has now spiraled into a full-blown political and security scandal, roping in high-ranking figures, foreign law enforcement agencies, and a nervous aviation sector staring at global scrutiny. It's a story that is covered on page 7 and page 6 and 7. You can read that inside the Standard newspaper. And why Kalonzo is most sought after politician. Once dismissed as indecisive and mocked as a watermelon, Kalonzo Musyoka has staged a stunning political comeback. Today, both President William Ruto and the opposition admit that the Wiper leader holds the key to State House 2027. Wow, from watermelon to now being the most sought after a politician in Kenya, I tell you. So you can read that inside the Standard. And IBC may miss the 6 million voters target, according to ELOG. They are warning that. So what is really happening, you can read that and understand why they are issuing that warning in as far as the voter registration. And I'm hoping that you have registered. The process is ongoing at the IBC constituency offices or Huduma centers, and you can get your voters card as well. The pullout this morning is the real estate pullout, and inside Kenya's push for new green building guidelines. That is on page 27 inside the real estate pullout. Also being covered is climate change and why African cities have failed to adapt. That is inside. And then in Nyeri, how new plan is redefining land ownership. That is in as far as the pullout is concerned this morning. The Business Daily and what they report this morning. World Bank is pushing for higher VAT and excise duty. That is the headline they are going with. Multilateral lender proposes tax hikes to clear pending bills. Treasury has avoided new taxes on protest fears. That is the headline on the Business Daily this morning. And industries cut use of cheap power at night also is at the front page as well. Then KRA sets new customs record with 85 billion shillings receipts in September, and they are attributing the milestone to reforms that have sealed loopholes and also accelerated cargo clearance. And then investors get 4.3 billion shillings discount in Kenya's Eurobond auction, and a win for Tycoon Monga in battle for trans-century shares. You can read that as well. And how Copycat turned 40 years of technology lessons into legacy. That is on the life segment inside the Business Daily on page 19, and an article by Michael Masharia, which is covered on page 9. And the second ascent is our chance to tell our own story. Bold, authentic, and unafraid. It is when survival becomes recognition. Right, so that is in as far as the Business Daily is concerned. A lot is being covered, and so you can grab your favorite copy and read what is being reported from the grassroots constituency, county level, the national level as well. Let's pray for the nation. Let's pray for the different sectors, for the prosperity and the well-being of our nation. 14 minutes to the top of the hour, 8 a.m. Right about now, we take a break, and this one is to pave way for the video of the day.